In this video, we're going to do some targeted searches in New Mexico case law. And I'd like to start by pointing out that you can search the New Mexico appellate reports right here from the start page. Just make sure you select the correct radio button over here. But if you're interested in searching particular fields in the opinions, or if you want to include unreported decisions in your search, then what you're looking for can be found right here in a targeted search box, here under Search New Mexico Case Law. This pulls up a search form customized specifically for New Mexico case law. And let me direct your attention over here where you can select the scope of your search by jurisdiction. Notice that the default scope is the same as that on the start page, which is the New Mexico appellate reports, reported published decisions from both the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeals. But in this search form, I can include unreported decisions, or I can search just unreported decisions, or I can search a particular court. In this first example, I'm going to search for credit card fraud. In both the reported and unreported decisions. I have 31 hits, and over here in the table of contents I can see that 24 of them came from the New Mexico appellate reports, 10 from the Supreme Court, 14 from the Court of Appeals, but I also have 7 memorandum opinions from the New Mexico Court of Appeals. Going back to the search form, I want to point out that your search terms are saved between your searches, which you'll find to be very helpful. But also notice that your scope settings also remain from your previous search, which is particularly important to remember if you had limited your scope in a previous search. When I click this button here, clear this form, not only does it clear the text in your fields over here, but it also resets your scope settings back to the default. Now, the next thing you'll notice about this form are the various fields available to help you with your search. Not only can you search opinion text, but you can search by party name, by case citation, or by docket number. You can search by filing date, by the author of the opinion, or participating judges. And you can search by counsel. And of course you can mix and match any of these fields together within the same search. Okay, let's try searching by party name. Smith is a pretty common name. Yeah, 329 results. But I am now limiting my search to just the parties in the case. Now, what was his first name? I've just typed James or John in parentheses. Okay, 40 documents. And you'll see there are the names John and Smith as a party to the case. Let's look specifically now for John Arthur Smith. I'm going to type this in quotes. Phrase search. Four hits. I'm going to click any one. and there is John Arthur Smith as a party to the case. Okay. Now let's look here at the case citation field. Clear this form, and I'm going to use one of the examples right here. 2007 NMSC 009. One hit. I'm essentially getting a document by citation. But in this search form, I can actually search within a specific case if I know its citation. So I'm going to search for Appendix C within this specific case. One document. But now I can click from hit to hit, see any references within this document to Appendix C until we reach the appendix itself. Okay. Let me give you two more examples of combining fields, and then you can try this out on your own. I'm looking for a case that has to do with search and seizure. I'm interested in evidence of drugs at a traffic stop. And I'm looking for a particular case that was filed in, I'll say, 2011 or 2012. Okay. 8 documents, 8 to choose from. There it was filed in 2012. And there are my hits. Now let's go back to our original search. We're going to search for credit card fraud. And I'm also going to look for the Attorney General as counsel. All right, let's click this first one. Here we have the Attorney General as counsel. Credit card fraud. Okay, this should give you a good idea how to use this form. If you want to search New Mexico case law, targeted search right here. Search New Mexico case law.